Hi friends, host Eric here. Let's talk about famous people. I wanted to make a video where I talk a bit about storylines as the cats have at it in the background. So, today's a big day in the sense that it's a narrative reset day of sorts. It's been a crazy week, and I've often thought to myself that what talking with famous people revealed more than anything else to me is the abundance of meaningful stories there are in life and the limited capacity that one has to construct one's identity, one's life story, whatever, out of a finite number of those. The extent to which you can only tell so many stories, have so many experiences, and understand those experiences and stories. It's a multi-part process. There's the storytelling about the frame as it is in the status quo, which includes storytelling about the frame that used to be and the transition that made it to the status quo, which includes some sort of linear progression. Audra mentioned last night that Kimberly and I make a good romantic comedy. She's absolutely right. You know, YouTube creator and same aged lady. You know, the story for me and Kim is one that involves both of us desperately needing the other person, never fully understanding that we did or all the things we needed from the other person. Kim was very much bottom of the ninth, 2 out, needing a home run or something to stay in the game, even about to lose, basically. What I mean by that? Well, she's in the process of going to college up north to get an education in some sort of psychiatric assistant, medical assistant kind of thing. I don't know. She's going to request to college. It was her big plan of what to do now that she was 46. Colin was ready to leave the nest, and she still hadn't found the right guy. She still hadn't found the right relationship. She'd been looking for years and years, and she had more or less given up hope. 46 things change, you know. Meanwhile, on the other end of the spectrum, I was just so ready to settle down, so ready to find the right woman, so frustrated by the challenges of finding any woman that would stick. I was also somebody who, prior to the minor YouTube success that I experienced, just didn't consider himself reproductively viable at all. And now found himself oddly empowered to potentially, slay the puss or whatever. Well, the thing is, what I lacked was a mom that I needed very badly. Kimberly. And what I lacked was somebody who needed me genuinely, for whom I was like, wow, this guy's fucking my dream guy. I wanted somebody to think of me like that, like I like they want what I have. So that required most of all that whoever it was had an okay relationship with talking with famous people, not an adversarial one. Kimberly right away was interested in it. She participated in it. She came into the room after our first date, yelled at me and stuff, and was interested in watching what happened on the channel and stuff. She didn't think I was a nice guy after the first date because I tried to sleep with her and got upset when she wouldn't sleep with me. Anyhow, I knew right away, although I didn't know I knew, that Kimberly was the one because I had other dates. I just rushed through them basically. It's just like, okay, I gotta get done with this date so I can call Kimberly and talk to her about it. I never experienced this before where I just genuinely want to spend time with this woman all the time. Like, we want to do the same stuff. Whatever I'm doing, I want to do it with her. That's weird. It's unusual. At the same time, now we've evolved a bit. We can do our own things and stuff. At first, I was just too obsessed. It's like I was panicked that I was gonna lose her before I had a chance to fix whatever it was that she wasn't happy with. The weird thing is, objectively, I was in a much better position than she was at the beginning of the relationship as far as dating potential and stuff. Like, a 46-year-old man is in a different spot than a 46-year-old woman. And I was in a different spot on my arc. I was, you know, he got me at the best I've ever been on most objective scales and probably most subjective scales. And I got Kim the best she's ever been on purely an ontological level. Like, she used to have a lot of money. She used to have whatever else she had going on. She used to be skinnier or something. It doesn't matter to me. That shit. Because what she had become by the time I got to her was somebody who had fought so many battles behind enemy lines without any real support. She found it genuinely hard to believe that reinforcements had arrived. Kind of tragic. Kimberly truly loves and needs me and wants me. Of course, I do the best I can for her, you know. And I find myself just decreasingly able to care about stupid shit. Other storylines in the mix, of course, there's Taylor and Katie and their legal mess, and the challenge is to deal with that narrative as well, because obviously I'm very angry about the whole thing. I understand that the evil perpetrated by those people in authority in Pratt Kansas has been normalized, and so it's tough to get people to really recognize that these normalized rule violations and justification of bad behavior on the part of people in law enforcement um, it makes it really difficult to tell the story right. You know, hi Ash. When you put together the stories of talking to those people, from my perspective, there's a couple main things that keep coming up. You know, Mission Detroit, where I went cross country and back, meeting with a lot of the same people who are here this week in Los Angeles. There's this week where all these TwFP people come together, hang out with me and Kim, and watch me propose to Kim, and have a big party last night, which was pretty fucking crazy. It was a pretty crazy party. It was great, you know. Everybody was drunk except for me, more or less. Kim didn't get very drunk. Jewel didn't get very drunk. ISF James were pretty not drinky. But I didn't drink anything, of course. I did some various drugs, but nothing too hardcore. Not as young as I used to be. Yeah. So the stories are so rich and big and involved, it's impossible to tell them all. It's very difficult to even narrow them down to a single plot, a single story, a single screenplay, a single novel. It's all you can do is paint a series of vignettes almost, and yet everything fits together into a big web of singularity. One of the things, the engine behind the whole thing, is that this room that I'm in, or this bot's recording, I'm recording it on my local drive, but the bot's recording this too and live streaming it to the Raw channel. It's undefined what this is. It's something new. As far as I can tell, this doesn't really exist elsewhere. I'm sure there are similar-ish things, but as far as I can tell, this format of auto-publishing all the conversations in this room to YouTube and having that produce the kind of community that it has, where we're genuinely threaded into each other's lives. These are not just internet people, as they're often referred to as. These are actual people. And crazy shit's going down. I mean, you want to talk about something that's kind of crazy to see. It's to see Abraham getting up all on Susie and vice versa. It's crazy because how many dudes tried to get on Susie or flirted with Susie or wanted Susie or whatever? Fucking Abraham got her. That's crazy as fuck. She's from Norway. He's a she's like a 32-year-old Norwegian woman, and he's a 20-year-old Mexican guy from the barrio in Almani. It's weird as fuck. And Nick and Jewel are always a dramatic and interesting storyline as well. What's gonna happen with those two? Nick is such a fucking loose cannon. I mean, Jewel did not look happy last night. Um, again, the couples around talking with family people keep just piling up. It's weird. Uh, what can you say? I mean, Barry and Lightbulb, Ken and Elsie, Abe and Susie, Nick and Jewel. Who else is there? There's another couple I'm not thinking of. Huh. I don't even remember. But the point is, I'm trying to thinking of somebody. So Katie and Taylor obviously were a couple before talking with famous people. Me and Kim are a couple because of talking with famous people in large part, but didn't actually meet here via talking with famous people. She didn't. She became a member of the community before she. I mean, she was my. She became my woman before she became a member of the community. Delilah was flirting a lot with Parker last night. Parker is Kimberly's other son, more or less, not biologically, but raised as such. Um, Katie was drunk as fuck. And fucking Nick and her were like having a mixed martial arts battle on the front lawn. Nick fucking picked her up and threw her on the ground and shit. And I was like, Nick, why are you trying so hard against a girl? That's what I thought. But anyway, he was drunk too. There was a lot of alcohol consumed last night. I threw away a bunch of empty bottles and stuff already. So, one of the greatest things that happened to me last night was just around when the party was getting started. Delilah called me and she's like, "Are you having people over tonight?" I'm like, "Yeah, everyone's hanging out. We're partying. Can I come over?" "Fuck yeah, you can come over, of course." How satisfying is that for a father when their 20-year-old daughter, 19-year-old daughter wants to go to your party? How satisfying is that? You know you're a cool dad when you pull that off. So anyway, I'm pretty stoked right now. I'm pretty happy in general and feeling good, feeling content, feeling happy to be engaged to Kimberly. Um, Feeling grateful to everybody who's here for showing up and making this weird fucking surreal experience that I get to enjoy. Thanks everybody and talking with famous people community at large, viewers, participants, whatever. This is this is the craziest fun I could ever dream of having. It really is. It's like everybody keeps tripping out on it too. It's not just me who's tripping out on it. Everyone's like, "Man, this is really strange." It is. I'm so glad I got to experience 42 years of failure before I really got to experience any success. It makes, not like I'm hugely successful or anything, but I'm hugely successful in my own criteria in the sense that I've got all these friends here. I had a great party last night, and those are the kind of things that the interviews really care about. So, anyway, thanks again, everybody, and talk to you later. Don't forget to eat plenty of cheese.